So you can see I've got my line there, and I've clamped this very gently, right? Because I'm working with glass. Don't want to cram these clamps down real tight. But I've kind of measured exactly where that cut needs to be. It looks like this side I've got to slide it over a little bit. I can probably move that glass, but I don't want to. Just want to move my clamp just a hair. And yeah, I am eyeballing a lot of this. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect. In fact, I'm going to give myself a little bit more space because it can be a little bit big and still work for what I'm going for. So that's about as tight as I want it. Now, the glass isn't going to move. It's tight enough for that, but it's not tight enough that it's going to break. Okay, and all I've got, this is an old rickety table that I built once upon a time. Just use the cardboard and that's it, just that and the wood. Go ahead and take WD-40, spray down. Just gives it some oil so the cutter will glide a little bit better. And then all you do, and it's good if it sounds like breaking glass, like crushing glass. You hear that? Be careful on those edges. That's the sound I want to hear. All right, once I hear that, I know I've got a good solid etch. Be careful on your edges, your corners. Your corners will break easier. But you can push. I'm putting a little bit of force on this. But you'll get the feel of it, right? If you're going too weak, it's just going to sound like you're scratching glass. But if you push hard, you'll hear it. And it leaves a little etch. And that's all that's needed. We're not actually cutting all the way through the glass. We're just etching it. So now I'm letting up my clamp. Take those off, set those aside. Putting on my gloves, because I think this is the more dangerous part of it, is actually breaking it, because in fact all we're doing is a controlled break. That's how you do this. So I'm just going to set this here. How should I do it? A couple ways, right? I can put it upside down, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to put all the pressure all at once and see how I can get this to break all at once here. When it was just this piece, this big piece, I could just break it all at once like that. But here, it's going to be a little harder. Just put this about where that line is and go. And pop. Not bad. There's a few small edges, 1, 2, 3, plus this edge here. Now, all I've got to do is I'm going to put it back down, flip it back over, and make sure I've got a good etch across that. All right, and this is where you use your little tool. Don't use your fingers, and break it right off. So just fine points. Right, it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going inside of a window pane. Right, this one you can see I just did a little bit. A lot of times it just breaks the very edge of it. That's why I like to do it with the straight edge to give the whole edge pressure. And I'm probably gonna just try that one more time on that corner because I've got a big piece to do. Let's see how it works. Lift it up, pop it down. Oh, and bummer. Right, that was the danger. Look, it worked. That was exactly the piece I needed, and it cut it off clean, but I broke it. Anyway, but that's the danger. That's what you've got going on, and that's what will work. Maybe I should have just taken little bits at a time, and oh, that would have broken too. See that? That's why you, I guess, pay people money to do this, huh? Well, we'll give it another shot before we give up, and back to Home Depot I'd go to get another piece of glass. Thank you.